Correct behavior is your paved road to excellence. Excellence does not come as a gift but through training and development. The wise man speaks only when he is sure of what he will say, while the fool desires to speak without knowledge or wisdom. There is a rampant desire for savagery and lawlessness within all of us. Opinion reveals the level of knowledge and ignorance of its holder. Men in this life are divided between the love of wisdom, the love of money, and the love of honor. Resisting and overcoming oneself is a victory in itself and the highest level of nobility. Excessive behavior in anything will bring about the exact opposite. Your good deeds are the foundation of your strength and a positive motivation for others to do the same. Men reveal their strength by harnessing it. The actions of humanity are based on knowledge, desire, and emotion. Beware of discouraging those who continue to progress, regardless of the slow pace. Hardship in the path of goodness is beautiful. Surely the hardship will fade away, leaving only goodness behind. Injustice itself is a dilemma, but the worst part is when the oppressor does not taste the bitterness of his own injustice. Always be extremely kind. Everyone is fighting a battle to survive. Mental health and self-respect grant you the highest ranks of dignity. Friendship with an evil person will make you evil without your consent. True chastity is to fight oneself and resist the temptations and desires. The righteous man sets his own laws and adheres to them, as he is a sound person, while the corrupt man invents tricks to circumvent the law. The righteousness of men is tested by enduring harm and not committing it, no matter the cost. Fewer sins and transgressions multiply your mental health, and eating less multiplies your physical health. The struggle against oneself is very powerful and brave in preventing it from succumbing to desires. The most impactful pains on the soul are those we cannot express, and the doctor cannot diagnose. The first and greatest victory is to conquer oneself. Philosophy does not solve life's problems but makes us think about them. The desire for more makes us lose much. A lack of knowledge makes us act boldly, while having a lot of it makes us act cautiously. Change is the law of life, and adaptation is the key to survival. The wise speak because they have something to say, while fools speak because they are compelled to say something. Knowledge obtained by coercion does not stay in the mind. We are mad if we cannot think, bigoted if we do not want to think, and slaves if we dare not think. I came into life reluctantly, lived in it perplexed, and now I leave it unwillingly, knowing only that I know nothing. Those who refuse advice that costs nothing today will be forced to buy regret at the highest price tomorrow. Courage is knowing what not to fear. The harshest punishment for refusing to govern is to be governed by someone inferior to you. One's weapon doubles in strength when armed with faith. Pleasure is the stab of pain. Pleasure is the happiness of the mad, and happiness is the pleasure of the wise. The eye of insight becomes sharp only when the eye of the body becomes weak. Happiness is the knowledge of good and evil. If you toil in goodness, the toil will vanish, but the good remains, and if you indulge in sins, the pleasure will vanish, but the sins remain. The greatest victory is victory over oneself. Perfect your work to achieve your hope. Knowing the names leads to knowing the things. Whoever refuses to accept free advice today will be forced tomorrow to buy regret at the highest price. The minds of people are recorded at the tips of their pens and revealed in their good choices. The beauty of style, harmony, tone, and good rhythm depends on simplicity. Do not discourage anyone who is making continuous progress, even if it is slow. Most virtues are bitter at the start, sweet at the end, and most vices are sweet at the start, bitter at the end. Consultation reveals the character of the advisor. A wise person should only serve those who are closest to him in character. If your argument prevails in a debate with a noble person, he will honor and respect you. If it prevails with a base person, he will become hostile and fabricate against you. The only virtue of my knowledge is that I know I am not knowledgeable. Hope deceives people. Keep the law, and it will keep you. If you befriend a man, you must be a friend to his friend, but you do not have to be an enemy to his enemy. If someone praises you for qualities you do not possess when he is pleased with you, he will criticize you for faults you do not have when he is angry with you. Fear your own plotting against your enemy more than you fear your enemy's plotting against you. The greatest way to live honorably in this world is to be as we pretend to be. No one is a friend to someone who does not love in return. Life is hope. Whoever loses hope loses life. If women ruled the world, wars would disappear, leaving long hours of sharp debate and chatter. The measure of a man is what he does when he has power. Education obtained by paying money is worse than having no education at all. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound. Likewise, those who are less intelligent are the greatest chatterers. The just man is the most free from disturbances, while the unjust is full of all kinds of them. The mind that aspires to know eternal truths does not perish as the body decays, for people denounce injustice out of fear of becoming its victims, not out of revulsion for committing it. Do not accompany the wicked, for your nature will steal evil from theirs without you realizing it. Do not care about the speed of the work, but its quality, because people do not ask when you finished it, but they look at its perfection and quality. The price good people pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil people. The life unexamined is not worth living. The eye of insight does not become sharp unless the eye of the body weakens. The wealthy are not usually the righteous, hence they are not happy. If the sky rained freedom, you would see some slaves holding umbrellas. Tell us in the comments which wisdom affected you the most, and if you liked the video, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel.